Hey guys, it's Mona GMD and I practice in New Haven, CT, and thanks for joining us on another episode of Dear Derm. So today we're going to talk all about my shower routine because if we're keeping it real, skincare actually starts in the shower because it matters what you're cleansing your skin with, how frequently you cleanse your skin, how you shave, how you exfoliate, all of it. Everything that happens in there really, really matters. I'm not just talking about your face, I'm talking about your entire body and your microbiome. So I also believe that a shower isn't just good for your skin health and your physical health, but it's super duper important for your mental health as well. My shower is where I'm the most mindful and where I zen out the most because I close the door and lock everything else out and just am really one with myself. Some of the biggest mistakes people make in the shower, I make too. The first is water temperature. I live in a really cold state. I live in Connecticut, and so it's hard to get in the shower with like lukewarm water. So it's still warm, but it's more warm towards the hot side if I'm being real with all you guys. But hot water is truly something that can be damaging to the skin. It can strip your skin of essential lipids and proteins and make it much more easily inflamed. So that to the extent that you can, I would keep it on a warmer, not hotter temperature. Second, and one of the probably the biggest mistakes that people make is what they use to cleanse their skin. And by that, I mean what surfactant, what product they use to cleanse their skin. Oftentimes, people use harsh soaps that are analogous to like what you would use to clean your dishes. And you're using that on your body. That's crazy for me to think about, but a lot of people do that. So you want to use a gentle cleanser that actually nourishes and hydrates the skin. This is another place where the skin barrier can be compromised and set your skin up for dry, itchy, inflamed skin. A little clue. If you get out of the shower and you have that like squeaky clean feeling, it means that your barrier is all messed up. So that's your skin's SOS to get a more gentle cleanser. We've talked about it before on Dear Derm, but just as a little friendly reminder, some ingredients to look out for are products that are sulfate-free, pH neutral, and that say non-soap cleanser on the container. Number 3 is the tool you use to cleanse your skin. Now, loofahs are like the worst thing you can use for your skin because they are literally stripping off your entire protective barrier and can leave the skin extremely irritated. And if you really want to be sustainable and make sure that you're not harming your skin barrier in any way, the best tool is the one Mother Nature gave us, our hands. So let's talk about time. Now, when you're in the shower for a long period of time, especially if it's hot, again, you're just adding more damage to the skin. So I usually have like a 5 to 7 minute cutoff. In an average home, when you're in the shower for 1 minute, you're using about 2 gallons of water. That's a lot. So to the extent that you can, try to wrap it up pretty fast. So now it's gonna get really exciting and we're gonna actually go into my shower and y'all are gonna see exactly what I use in the shower. Welcome to my actual shower, the inside. So the first thing I do when I get in the shower is wash my face. Remember, I use retinol every single night, so I use a gentle exfoliating cleanser about 2 or 3 times a week. Just a tiny bit, like a little bit more than a pea size, goes over my face, just to kind of give that extra exfoliation, those extra alpha hydroxy acids, to give my skin an extra boost. But not a lot, just a couple times a week to avoid irritation. Now next, I cleanse my body, and I don't cleanse every part of my body, just those parts that can get smelly, right? I love poofs. They're good for my skin. They don't sit in water, they can hang, and so they don't get all that bacteria and grime. If you know of any environmentally friendly poofs, let me know. I'm on a journey. I need your help too. What do I combine with my poof is my Dove body wash, which is one of my favorite cleansers because it is gentle and it moisturizes as I cleanse, but also Dove is thinking about the environment and all the bottles are actually 100% recycled plastic. So a major coup for me there. So this is my combo to wash my body, but help me out with this one. Next, okay, so I am super hairy. I was born hairy. I was born with a unibrow. So I don't have to shave every day, but I do shave every day. Couple shaving tips. Number one, don't use a razor that has a lot of blades on it. Just 1 or 2 blades, because that minimizes irritation. And number two, always make sure that when you do shave that you actually use shaving cream. This is my favorite, the Dr. Carver Shave Butter. It goes on super smooth and it's silky and I like the way it smells. So it's actually a pleasurable experience. So the third shaving tip to minimize irritation is don't go against the grain of the hair, go with the grain of the hair. So people who shave up, think about shaving down. I know that's like super counterintuitive, but actually it minimizes razor bumps a lot. I am not an everyday hair washer. That's not my thing, that's not my jam. I go to the salon 1 or 2 times a week to get my hair blow dried. But if it is your thing, just remember to try and get products that are sulfate free, because that's best for your scalp and hair health. When I get out of the shower, it's also important what you use to dry your skin. Now, I don't use a standard towel. I use a bathrobe. Why do I use a bathrobe? Because when I'm standing there, it absorbs the water without me having to do anything abrasive or harsh to get the water off my skin. So that is like one of my little favorite shower hacks. I've been using a bathrobe since I was like 7 years old and I haven't quit since. But I also immediately moisturize my skin to use the ambient humidity that I created in the shower to lock in that moisture. So before I even leave the bathroom, I'm putting moisturizer on my whole entire body and on my face. And I also do my entire skincare routine, my entire morning skincare routine before I leave as well, to really capitalize and use that humidity that you're not gonna be able to get anywhere else. The biggest thing I want everybody to remember is that the shower is a time to be gentle. Gentle on your mind, your body, and your skin. So with that, go forth and clean. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Dear Derm. Don't forget to subscribe to Well+Good and leave any questions below.